Shalom. Call all Yahweh Shemi outside by Shem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles at Great Millstone that rule and teach well. That taught us this truth, the 100% truth. Double honors to the Akim preaching this truth on the highways and the byways, risking our lives each and every week. And to the brothers and sisters tuning in for edification. Coming with another lesson, and this lesson will be the Most High is not with Thanksgiving. Better phrase it, Thanksgiving. This holiday that our people associate with, basically what they're saying is they're saying that this associated with the Pilgrims and the so-called Native Americans. They got together and it was okay, celebrating this, like they was, buddy and everything. But it didn't go down like that. These Pilgrims were Edomites, you know what I'm saying? So-called white people. And the Native Americans would be called Gad in the Bible, from the 12 tribes of Israel. So what happened was these pilgrims, they rape, rob, and murder our people, the indigenous people, you know what I'm saying? And this was a prophecy that was going to happen, you know what I'm saying, to so-called Gad, And this should not be, a day that any of our people celebrate, you know what I'm saying, every year, which they celebrated like that, And what happened to our people, is a disgrace, you know what I'm saying? And the self-proclaimed so-called white man, which is Esau Edom, had the nerves to be eating and drinking and partying like we having an old jolly old time, and plus 2/3 of our people. Shame on you people, man, for celebrating this day. You know what I'm saying? Not so-called Thanksgiving, Shame on you for celebrating this, especially the 2/3 of our people in the other nations. This day it should be only a regular day. You know what I'm saying? Now if you cook food and you eat on, you can eat. You know what I'm saying? You can cook some food, but don't be celebrating it like you participating in this pagan holiday. You know what I'm saying? Because the Most High, He despised this place. He despised this holiday. You know what I'm saying? And let's go to Genesis chapter 49, verse 19. Gad, a troop should overcome him, but he should overcome at last. Yeah, you see, it was a prophecy that Gad the troop was going to overcome. You know what I'm saying? And when did a troop overcome Gad? You know what I'm saying? When the Kisadors, overtook took the brothers. You know what I'm saying? Gad and Reuben. And they raped, robbed, and murdered them. Yep, that's what they did. You know what I'm saying? And when you go back into history, the scriptures tell you that the children of Israel went into slavery on ships. You know what I'm saying? Deuteronomy 28 and 68. You know what I'm saying? Went into slavery with cargo ships. It was never the small hats. You know what I'm saying? They never did. And the Southern Kingdom was on those ships. You know what I'm saying? And Gad and Reuben also went on cargo slave ships to Spain. So when you look at all of this, it was basically orchestrated by the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Because of our forefathers, what they done, you know what I'm saying? Committing spiritual fornication, And the Most High said He's going to judge. He's going to judge them for this, you know what I'm saying? He's going to judge Esau, Edom, the Edomites, and the other nations, you know what I'm saying? He's going to judge y'all for that, for what y'all done to the children of Israel, you know what I'm saying? And still is doing today. So you know what y'all doing, And let me read that back again. Genesis chapter, Genesis chapter 49, verse 19. And Gad, a troop, should overcome him, but he should overcome at last, you know what I'm saying? And where is Gad at right now, you know what I'm saying? The same, they're in the ghettos, you know what I'm saying? They live on these reservations. Nothing is different, you know what I'm saying, than the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. They both live in ghettos, you know what I'm saying? And that's why our families are all messed up. Because Esau has took the man out of the household, you know? And what did he also do? Took the man out of the household and put women on Section 8. You know what I'm saying? Put the man on child support. And that's what the devil had done to our people, you know what I'm saying? Completely destroyed them. And what did they do? They came up, you know what I'm saying? Like now, you know what I'm saying? On this day, what we do? They pretty much watch, these football games, you know what I'm saying? Which is nothing wrong with watching sports, long that you don't, participate in this pagan day, you know what I'm saying, which is Thanksgiving. Long that you ain't going around saying Happy Thanksgiving, you know what I'm saying? Because our people need to be ashamed. It's a disgrace that you're gonna say it's okay. And I think it's 70 or 80 million people of our people, the so-called Native Americans, that were, you know what I'm saying, raped, robbed, and slaughtered on this day. You know what I'm saying? So we know this is not right. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Numbers chapter 35, verse 33. So ye should not pollute the land wherein, for blood of defile it, the land. Let me read that back again. Let me read that back again. Numbers 35, verse 33. So ye should not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defiled the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. And the blood has defiled this land, you know what I'm saying? Esau has polluted the land, you know what I'm saying? And how did he pollute the land? By shedding the blood of the Israelites, you know what I'm saying? Esau deserved recompense, you know what I'm saying, for all his wickedness that he has done to the Hebrew Israelites, you know what I'm saying? So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Like I say again, it's a complete disgrace for what you have done to our people, you know what I'm saying? And now you have our people celebrating the day that our people was killed on, you know what I'm saying? That was slaughtered, that was raped and robbed and murdered. But you're gonna reap everything that you sowed. Let me get that, Galatians 6 and 7. You are for what you have done to our people. And the Most High ain't forgot about none of that, Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man sow, that shall he also reap. Because we know what you reap. Everything that you've done, Esau, you know what I'm saying, to our people, you're going to get back in return, you know what I'm saying? You're going to drink that cup also, You're going to get judged for what you have done, because blood is going to pursue you, you know what I'm saying? Since you love blood, blood's going to pursue you. Let's go to Genesis chapter 9, verse 6. Whosoever shed man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For in the image of the Most High made he man. So, and this is still going on, pretty much today, you know what I'm saying? You see it, you know what I'm saying? A brother any of our people go out, wherever they go, if they're going out for, night on the town, they got to worry about, being terrorized by the police, being stopped. You know what I'm saying? They might end their life, you know what I'm saying, that night. You know what I'm saying? Just for, just being who we are, you know what I'm saying? Because they know who we are. They know we are the children of Israel, the chosen people. So that's why we have to be mindful. And what they do, you know what I'm saying? They kill our people, you know what I'm saying, for no reason, you know what I'm saying? But, some of these niggas deserve it, because they don't They say agree with your adversary, but most of them don't agree with the adversary. You know what I'm saying? So the white man is a man of violence. You know what I'm saying? And listen to this. You know what I'm saying? Planned Parenthood has killed more babies than the Ku Klux Klan did to our people. You know what I'm saying? So these abortion clinics, they were set up. You know what I'm saying? They were set up to destroy our people. And Esau knew what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing changed. What else has he done? You know what I'm saying? You know, he has messed up the food. You know, what else has he done? You know what I'm saying? You know, he has did all kind of things. You know, to pollute the water. You know what I'm saying? And this was all set up to destroy our people. You know what I'm saying? In the hood. You know. So we know exactly, you know, what you was doing, Esau. You was operating on number wickedness. You know what I'm saying? What else did he come up with? Came up with gangster rap, you know. And who runs that? The small hats, you know what I'm saying? So just like today, it's all symptomatic, you know what I'm saying, set up to destroy our people, to keep our people lost and knowing what's going on, you know what I'm saying? You know. And the Lord is not going to let this slide. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Colossians chapter 3, verse 25. He's not going to let it slide. He got your number, Esau. You know? But he that do wrong shall receive for the wrong which he have done. And there is no respect of persons. Yeah. Because if Esau has not shown love at all to our people, you know what I'm saying? All he has done is wrong. And so, like I said in Galatians 6 and 7, what you pushed out, you're going to reap. Basically, what you sowed, you're going to reap. You know what I'm saying? And right now, all our people is going through hell. You know what I'm saying? The elect, the 1/3, even 2/3 of our people. You know? And the Lord has these people in a trick bag, you know? You know? He's going to use the so-called white man to bring judgment on 2/3, not only on Jake, but on his people also. You know what I'm saying? You know? He's going to do that. Because the Most High could do whatever he want to do, you know? You know? And since we've been over here, you know, in this Western world, Jake has been gunned down, like I say again, by the police constantly, you know what I'm saying? You know? And the wickedness that so-called white man has done, he's going to be, like I say again, he's going to be judged for everything, you know? By, you know, pushing this pagan holiday today, you know what I'm saying? And steady doing it each and every year, you know, because our people celebrating it and it's not giving a care about it, you know? Let's go to Nahum chapter 3, verse 1. Woe to the bloody city. Who is that bloody city? That bloody city is America. You know, it is all full of lies and robbery. The prey depart not. You know what I'm saying? You know, that bloody city is America. That bloody land all came, you know what I'm saying? That the pilgrims came over and raped, robbed, and murdered the Native Americans, and also the African Americans have been raped, robbed, and murdered, and the rest of the Northern Kingdom. You know what I'm saying? So and if you look at it, man, they've been ahead of us for 300 years, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, for 300 years, and during that time when our ancestors came off the boats, wolves, they were sold on auction blocks. You know what I'm saying? You know, who built up this place? You know what I'm saying? Jake. You know what I'm saying? The 12 tribes of Israel. You know, the children of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it's all full of lies and robbery. Yeah, Esau is full of lies. You know what I'm saying? Coming lying straight from the womb. You know what I'm saying? I think that's Psalms 58 and 3. Yeah, because that's how he operates. And one of the biggest lies, you know what I'm saying, which he pushed out there was the image of the Most High Son, Yahweh, who they ignorantly called Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And the earth, who was the earth given to? It was given to the hand of the wicked. Let's get that, Job 9 and 24. You know what I'm saying? That's what he operated with and pushed, you know. And I'm just going to read it out. Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Yeah. And with First Maccabees 3 and 4, he said, and lay open the book of the law. Yeah. Wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images. Like I say again, that was one of the biggest lies. You know what I'm saying? And they still had us plastered out through, throughout the world. You know what I'm saying? That he's a pale, so-called white man. You know what I'm saying? Jesus was his name, was a Greek transliteration. You know what I'm saying? It was he spoke Hebrew, Hebrews 7:14. You know what I'm saying? So, and then he also lied about, what I'm saying, about the angels, saying those are all white. You know what I'm saying? That's a big lie. You know what I'm saying? So you see, when you look at this day here, man, Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving, you know what I'm saying? This was when the pilgrims, you know what I'm saying, they didn't sit down together, you know what I'm saying? The pilgrims and the so-called Native Americans sat down, was friendly with one another, you know what I'm saying? And that's what that is. That is all full of lies and robbery, you know what I'm saying? They wouldn't know buddy or nothing, you know what I'm saying? Esau gave our people, you know what I'm saying, Gad and Reuben, you know what I'm saying, syphilis and smallpox, you know what I'm saying? And then they broke every treaty. So, you know what I'm saying? And what did it say? And robbery, you know what I'm saying? Robbery, yeah. Because what did he do? You know what I'm saying? He raped, robbed, and murdered and stole this land, which we were already over here, you know what I'm saying? Stole America, you know what I'm saying? How can you say that this is your land when another king was already over here, you know what I'm saying? So, that's a bunch of bullcrap. That's a lie right there. They pray, depart not. Yeah, because when you look at it, wherever our people go, the curse is always going to follow you, man. You're not going to get away from them, you know what I'm saying? So you can't depart from them, you know what I'm saying? And how America was established. America was established nothing but on blood, you know what I'm saying? That's how it was established. Rape, rob, and murder, you know what I'm saying? And Esau, his words is like, butter. You know what I'm saying? Let's get that Psalms 55:21. Then I'm coming with a couple more scriptures, and then let's call it. This is Psalms chapter 55:21. And the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. And his words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Yeah. So, when you listen to, Esau, the so-called white man, the Edomites, man, you got to pay really careful to what he say. Because he's clever with his words. He's like a snake, laying and snaring traps for you, you know what I'm saying? So you have to be mindful, you know what I'm saying? And what else, you know what I'm saying? But war is in his heart. Yeah, because if you look at it, man, America been in so many countries, so many wars, and also, Israel over there, that's all they've been. It's just number war after war, you know what I'm saying? And his words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Yeah. So like I said again, that's all they've been doing is pillaging, rape, robbing, murdering. And that's what they did to our brothers, you know what I'm saying? Gad and Reuben on this day. Like I said again, 70, 80 million people were slaughtered. And our people look at this day like you're supposed to be laughing and joking and partying with your family, But that's okay. The Most High gonna put you to death for participating in this, you know what I'm saying? Going right along with Esau, you know what I'm saying? That's why we say never trust thy enemy. And you get that, Never trust thy enemy, Sirach chapter 10, Sirach 12, chapter 10. Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rust, so is his wickedness. Yeah. Because you can't trust this devil, man. Ever since we've been over here, he's been plotting, you know what I'm saying? The way to keep the Israelites down, the chosen people, because he know. The banking family, the elites, they know who we are. And that's all they've been doing, you know what I'm saying? Number wickedness towards our people, you know what I'm saying? Like I said again, the Planned Parenthood, the child support, the usury of charging us interest on loans and all kind of, and sometimes don't even give us loans, you know. So that's all they've been doing, killing our people, you know what I'm saying, lynching them, hanging them, you know. So for this day, for you to be celebrating and drinking and having fun, you need to be ashamed of yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know, ashamed of yourself. And let's go to 50, and I'm gonna close out on this last scripture. Let's go to Amos chapter 5, verse 21. Amos chapter 5, verse 21. I despise your feast days, and I will not smell your solemn assemblies. Yeah, because like I say again, you know, that word hate, that means dislike. The Most High dislike this day. He's not with no Thanksgiving, man. And if you think that Most High is blessing this day, then then something is wrong with you, man. He despised your feast days. Yeah, Esau, your feast days that you came up with, that you orchestrated to come up with so our people can celebrate this. You know what I'm saying? And like he said again, I will not smell in your solemn assembly, you know, because Esau, you've pushed this all throughout the world, you know what I'm saying? This day is Thanksgiving in America, you know. But you're gonna reap everything you sowed, like I said again in Galatians 6 and 7. So you can enjoy all the days you want to, and the next day, the next pagan day is coming up is this pagan Christmas. You know what I'm saying? So enjoy it. You know, live it up, because your day is coming when you going into slavery, buddy. You going into slavery. You know what I'm saying? We know who you are, and you push number lies out here, and this day is nothing but a wicked, filthy lie. You know what I'm saying? Saying that our people was partying with you and sitting down and having fun with you. You pilgrims, Gad and Reuben was. No, it wasn't working like that. So like I said again, the Most High hates and despises your feast days. So I hope this was edifying. I want to say Shalom. I want to say Call Allah, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, by Shem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles at Great Millstone that rule and teach well. And to the Akim on the four corners teaching this truth, wishing their lives each and every day. And to the brothers and sisters tuning in for edification. This is your brother Dawadah, come with another lesson. Shalom.